Hello again, guys. Welcome again to my video, and thank you so much for those who are supporting me and watching my videos and following me on Facebook. And I also want to encourage us, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch more videos there. I'll be posting more videos. I'm still learning how to use the tools of the YouTube and tools of Facebook, so sometimes it becomes a bit technical for me, but I'm trying my level best just to do everything as I can. But I would just like us to have some information. Now, today, someone had asked me they would like to know how to come to the UK and available jobs and everything else. And I said, I'll give information to the best of my knowledge. Now, I am a nurse, and so I came into the UK as a nurse. And how I got my coming into the UK as a nurse, you must do the exams, and the exams are done in Kenya. They're not done here. You only do exams here if you train here, or maybe if you come in. Some people came in earlier on with different visas. Maybe they came in as care workers, and so, but they were nurses, and therefore they have converted their visa and now are working as nurses. But if you want to come in as a nurse, you must do exams. And number one is you are required to take your documents to the Nursing and Midwifery Council in the UK. So all documents are scanned. So you scan your certificates, you scan your police clearance or what we call good conduct, and then you will scan your nursing license. It has to be in date. And even the good conduct, they require that it's at least 6 months, not more than 6 months. As much as it expires after 1 year, they need it to be in 6 months. And that applies to any other visa, any other job. The visas, they will accept it even if it's 8 months or something. But in most jobs, they want a good conduct that is within 6 months, because they say after 6 months, maybe you committed a crime or something, and so it could be having issues. And so it would be good to have a good conduct, which is less within 6 months. Now, you scan those documents, they go to the Nursing and Midwifery Council. There is a fee you pay. At that time when I did it, I paid 18,000 Kenyan shillings, and they verified my documents. So just to verify that actually I am a nurse and the documents are legitimate. And so once they look at the documents, they sent a link or an email to the Nursing Council of Kenya. And then you are supposed to go to Nursing Council of Kenya to verify yourself as a nurse. So you take all your documents, photocopies, and a letter from your employer just to verify that you also work in Kenya as a nurse and you also don't have any problems, any criminal issues in Kenya that could bar you from practicing. That's also what they want to know here in the UK, because you cannot get registration here if you have a criminal record in Kenya, or if you have any thing that is maybe as it has a problem with your practice, so you may not get a job here. So you will go there, they'll verify you. That verification is sent directly to the Nursing and Midwifery Council, because when you're filling out that verification form, they usually ask you, where are we sending it? So different agents, people send to different places. Those going to the US, they have places they sent it to. Those going to Canada, Australia. And so me, I was coming to the UK, so I sent mine. Mine was sent to the NMC, that is the Nursing and Midwifery Council. And remember, before you do all this, you have created an account with the Nursing and Midwifery Council. So you need first to create an account so that you will upload your documents there. So if you go to the website, you search Nursing and Midwifery Council, it will lead you to a place where it shows you either you register or you log in. So when you register, that's when now you create an account with the Nursing and Midwifery Council, and then now you will upload your documents there. They will go verify and all that process that I have said. So, which is free of charge. Creating an account is free of charge. You are not charged anything to create an account. It's only now when you send your documents for verification to them, that's when you'll pay 18,000 Kenyan shillings. I don't know how much it is, because it goes, it's also dependent on the rate of the pound to the shilling. So rate, yeah, pound, if the pound goes, the rate goes up, so it will vary. So once they verify, once Nursing Council of Kenya verify you as well, and everything is in place, they'll send you an invitation to go and do the exam. That is the CBT exam, nursing exam. Remember, for you to sit CBT exam and all that, you must have had, you at least have a passport. So the first thing is, if you don't have a passport and you are a nurse and you're watching this video, look for a passport. You can do IELTS, the English exam, with your ID, but the other one you cannot do with your ID. This CBT, you need your passport. So please apply for your passport. That's very important. Because when you're scanning your documents to the NMC, they will also require you to scan your passport and send it to them. But when you're doing IELTS, which is a requirement for the NMC, and remember it's IELTS academic, because IELTS is in different, there is academic, there is general learning, the general IELTS that is done by any other person. But for nurses, anybody coming in as a career person, you do IELTS academic. And there are different scores for different careers. If you check in the NMC website, they have given the requirements for nursing. So that one is very clear. And so once they send you an invitation, you'll do CBT, and you should have done your IELTS and met the requirements. You do CBT, they give you results immediately. In Kenya, it's offered by Pearson VUE, and then also if you go to, what is the name? There's a college in town. I'm trying to remember, because that's where I did my CBT. Again, computer-based. It's a computer-based exam. There is no paperwork. IELTS, you can do a computer-based, you can do a paper exam. For me, I did both. I did paper-based and computer-based. The reason why I did two exams was the first exam that I had done, I was told by my employer that it will expire before I get registration with the NMC when I come to the UK. So I had to sit for another exam before I came in, so that when I'm getting my registration, my results are still valid. So that's why I did two. And so after you've done all that, when you do your CBT, you pass, you are required to, so you will upload that, all that in your NMC portal, the account that you registered, you created. And then that now will help you. After that, now is when you can start looking for work, because now you've done, and if that is not complete, the exams are not complete, because you still, when you come into the UK, you have to do what they call OSCE. And then if you pass OSCE, that's when now you'll get registration. Now for me, I came in, my employer sponsored me. So I was given a sponsorship, what people call COS. And my sponsorship was, I'm being given a provisional letter of employment. And when I come into the UK, I'll sit for my OSCE, pass my OSCE, then now I will be given permanent employment. So those were the conditions I had when I was coming into the UK. So when I applied for several jobs in different hospitals, and because in the UK there are private hospitals, and then there is the NHS trust hospitals, and then there are those nursing homes, what people call nursing homes. So for me, I applied in the NHS trust, because I didn't have interest in, I had done some research on nursing home and trust, and I preferred to come to the trust, which is sort of government. Yes, it is government actually, not sort of, because even right now, the UK government is abolishing NHS. NHS is no longer going to be there. So nurses who are in Kenya and you're looking to come into UK, just know that now UK is not, there's no NHS anymore in England, not UK. Scotland still has NHS, Northern Ireland they still have the NHS, but in England specifically, there is no NHS. But it's going to take a while. We just received the news, I'm sure it's on the internet, saying that they are not, NHS is being abolished. And so everything is sort of going back to the central government, and they are doing away with the NHS trusts. So I applied that. My trust was going to sponsor me for, they say they will reimburse the money I used to do the IELTS exam, CBT exam, and my visa, because I had to pay for my own visa. And also remember, there is TB test. That is a requirement for visa, and also a requirement for the employer. So anybody coming into the UK, whether student visa or anything, you are required to do a TB test. Then, so those documents are usually, you scan all of them, send them to your employer or whoever agency that is connecting you to the employer, because even me, I came in, that was an agency, but it was recruiting for the trust. So the trust that I was coming to, that agent was recruiting for 4 trusts. So I came into one of them. And so what they did was some trusts will pay everything. They'll pay your visa and they will pay your ticket. But my trust only paid for the ticket. So as soon as I finished all the requirements, I sent them the TB certificate, police clearance, my CBT exam I've passed and they're still in date. IELTS passed, still in date, and everything else that they required, because they keep on asking my CV and everything. But normally they'll ask CBT, IELTS, and they will require the normal things with work. They will require someone to verify that you're actually a nurse, guarantor, what are they called? Referees. So but for the UK, they don't say that they look at the referees on the CV. They'll just send them a link and that referee will fill in as the link is asking and then forward the link back to them. That's how my trust did. So they send a link. I gave them the email and then they send the link to my referees. They required 2, so I provided 2. And then now after that, I finished all that. When I provided all the required documents that they had asked for, they sent me a ticket. They did not send me money or anything. They just bought a ticket. I came in and I was received at Heathrow Airport by my trust. We were picked. I was not the only one. We were 2 of us from Kenya and then there were others from Nigeria. So we were received and then from Heathrow taken into our trust where we were being accommodated. We were trained for OSCE. Not all trusts do that, but my trust had a training for OSCE, 3 weeks. Then after 3 weeks, they had booked us for an exam, the OSCE exam, and it was a requirement that you pass that OSCE exam for you to retain your job. And you remember OSCE, you're given 3 chances. So first chance is if you fail maybe 3 parts, you will retake the 3. If you fail again, you are given a 3rd chance. Now, after that, you are asked to repeat the whole exam. So the trust was very clear that as soon as you miss out your 2 chances, they are not willing to keep you again as their employee. So you may have to go back to your country. And I remember when we came into the trust that I'm working with, there was someone who was going back to their country because they had not met those requirements. And the trust was not willing to sponsor them anymore. So it is that sometimes it is very technical and very serious. So looking at all those things that I've talked about, that is all to do with nursing. I haven't said anything about any other visas. That is just to do with nursing. And if you are coming into the NHS trust, and as I have said, NHS is no longer going to be there in the next, I think they've said 2 years, NHS is going to be abolished. So please follow me to know more about visas in the UK and how to come into the UK. Thank you for watching my videos, and thank you so much for following me on Facebook, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've posted my link on my page. Please go and subscribe and I'll post more videos there and we get to learn more about the things of life and the things of God. Thank you.